Greetings, what's going on? I know you guys aren't here yet, but I wanted to start this up and I wanted to walk downstairs. What I'm going to do, which isn't super exciting for today, but necessary, is I'm going to give my laundry to the lady at the front desk. And Lek, she's my new friend. My new friend is Lek. But I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk right now. And it's okay. And I gotta get my motorbike back in the next few hours. So yeah. So anyway, wanted to. Good morning, Aaron. Good to see you. So I'm gonna take my key out here, but I wanted to show you guys the place I'm staying at right now. And of course, this is live, so a lot of you will have to go back. So there's the standard, you know, hot water, that sort of thing. Now this place is a little bit older than my last place, but I gotta tell you, here's why it was better, is it's older. So the walls are thicker, and I was able to get an excellent night's sleep, which is really, I mean, that's the top priority, right? And the view is pretty nice, right? So, I mean, I got my own little balcony here, and I was able to chill out here, which was great. And this pool is very nice, as you can see. So that's the view. But what I'm going to do right now, actually, is I'm just going to kind of walk around a little bit and chat with you guys. And give the lady at the front desk my laundry. And then I'll come back to her, and then we will go back to the first place. No, I know you would think that, right? Trust me. It looks nicer, but I didn't get I got a better night's sleep here, so that's my priority. And let me make sure that my gimbal here is doing what I want it to do. No, yeah, you'd be like, oh no, Mike, the appointments at the other place are better. No, trust me. Earl, good to see you, buddy. Paul, you're awesome. It was sad, trust me, because it was not only newer, and arguably the appointments were better, but it was cheaper. But you know what? First of all, I've got 200 baht. But this has a pool, which was nice, or which is nice. I actually haven't bought shorts yet. I gotta go buy some shorts. So we're gonna go into here, and hopefully we can find my friend Lek. And I can get, Sawasdee krap. Okay, so yeah, so here is my laundry. And see, here, wait, let me show you. See, very dirty.
Yeah.
And this shirt, like, ugh. A lot of dirt. Okay, so tomorrow night? Great. Tomorrow evening, great, got it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yes.
You want let him your room?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, you don't need a key? Do you need a key?
No, I have.
Oh.
I need better because my manager is not come now.
Okay.
Can I have?
Yeah, sure, problem.
Thank you.
I come back 8:30 because, and motorbike. Do you have motorbike?
Yeah, we have.
Same as I have?
Not same. 1
'Cause-
minute. I put
Okay, sure. Yeah, my pen and I.
พี่ครับมีหมวกอาบน้ำต่อไปไหมครับ
So this is where I'm staying.
Good morning
I said good morning, Sawasdee krap.
ครับ
Oh, there we go. Okay. Beautiful. สวย
สวย
Is that how you say?
สวย
สวย yeah.
1 minute.
My pen and I. Yes, got a good motorbike yesterday, but the thing is that Lex said she can get me one for 200 baht versus 250 baht. Now that it doesn't really matter. It's basically the same price as far as I'm concerned. But if I can get it at the same hotel,
The back one.
which one?
The back one.
Click.
Click. But automatic.
Oh, automatic. Yeah. Good. Okay, great.
You take today or?
Yeah. I need return at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So I come back maybe 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and then I get.
You want to pay first or not?
Does it work? Is good? Okay, no, that's good. That's all that's important. Okay, I'll be back soon. Khop kun khop. All right. You know, it's funny, a lot of you might be like, Mike, your due diligence in purchasing products is lax a little bit. You know, I mean, I don't look at the hotel room first. I don't, you know, test out the motorbike, but I don't know. I trust her. I mean, I'm staying there. So if I have a bad motorbike experience, then I might leave. Okay, so what's going on, guys? Justin, you guys are saying hi to each other. Thank you very much, because I forgot to there. Good morning to you. Justin, wish I can do the same. Soon you can, trust me. Like your positivity. And his Why Thailand story. Oh, cool. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you looking at those videos. Yeah, I'm pretty much focused on the positive. Hey, let me turn the brightness up of this so I can actually see your comments, guys. There we go. Must be using a dryer. No, so she's going to actually take it over to a laundry place, I think she said. And it's going to be ready tomorrow night. So, so let's be clear. So it's going to be probably the 36 hours before I get my laundry back. And, you know, that's okay. And, you know, I mean, look, you're going to occasionally see videos on YouTube about don't get scammed in Thailand or whatever, right? And what's the first thing they always say? Always agree on a price before you do something. But if she comes back and she wants to overcharge me for laundry, that would be unwise for her. And disappointing for me, for sure. But I trust this woman. She's been gracious to me. And here was the cool thing, dude. The first thing she says to me this morning, well, not the first, other than she said Sawadee Krap, Kun Mai, but she said, oh, sleep good, sleep good. I said, yes, very quiet. And then she gave me a couple of little, like, you know those donuts you see that they make? They're not like round donuts, they're like these little balls of dough kind of thing. And they're all, you know, completely the wrong shape, and they're completely different shapes and that sort of thing. And they're really, really, really good, and they're not that sweet, which is nice. So anyway, so yeah, so she, because I asked her, you know, when I got there, right? I said, okay, look, this place is quiet, right? And sure enough, man, I mean, honestly, I think the loudest thing in my room was the fan for the air conditioner. And I don't know about you guys, but sometimes like it'll be kind of noisy, so I'll just have the air conditioner on because of the white noise of the fan. But I'm gonna take my silly mask off. I actually completely forgot my mask this morning, and I was down there for breakfast, and I said, oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't have my mask. She says, oh, no, have COVID. I was like, huh, good point. You do now. No. Look at Aztec just welcoming everybody to the freaking cool kids table. You see? You know, guys don't need me. You got this whole table thing down, man. I want to make sure I read that. Tiano. Is that like... is that Thai or is that Spanish? Doesn't matter. I'm just curious. Going back to the rat race. Paul's going back to the rat race. Well, I mean, I was in the rat race for a while. But I don't know, man. I mean, I think there's something to be said for being able to architect non-rat. So... not 40 yet. Can I earn enough online or stay in the race to be a 401k millionaire in your mid-50s? Yes, absolutely. You're not even 40 yet? Oh my God. Dude. I mean, look, don't spend 8 hours a day making your money make you money. But the bottom line is that you just need to start. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to, okay, so first of all, I'm doing this live, and whenever I do something live with my phone, it like takes literally 24 hours before YouTube publishes it. However, bookmark this video, come back to this video, because I will put the link to this guy's YouTube channel in there. However, I believe I'm going to pronounce his name right, and I believe if you search this name in YouTube, you'll be able to find him. His name is Richard Garnash. I think. It's like Garnach or something like that. And he has a channel. He lives here in Thailand, and he is a very, very astute, no BS stock investor with great knowledge and insight and advice. And here's why I highlighted the word advice. Because I've had so many money managers that have never been able to manage my money as well as I manage my money. And I'm not saying like I get 25% return every 25 days. But literally every single one that I've been like, oh yeah, I trust you, you're very skilled, you know, and then they make you sign this thing saying, okay, well, it's risky, and you know, you basically can't hold me accountable for it. I said, well, no. I want your advice. I want you to basically take my money and double it. And I need you to figure out a solution to, oh, well, Mike, you know, it's really tough. No one can time the market. Okay, bam, on to the next one. Anyway, this guy, Richard, and it might be Ganarche or something like that. Anyway, maybe some of you guys know his channel. I think I may have put his link into some other, good morning, to some other videos. But regardless, I will make sure I put it in the description or show notes or whatever of this video. But go seek him out if you're under 40. Then I would submit that your risk tolerance can be a lot higher. And depending upon where you live, you don't need to be a millionaire. But I know why you think that, and you should still continue to think that, because it's hardly impossible to save up $1 million. Not easy. Hello from stormy Atlanta. Hello, Rackman. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for speaking a little Thai. Yeah, I've very little Thai, actually, right? Good morning. Speak to yourself right here in the U.S. Max, good to see you. Sun Beach, you're such a diplomat. Oh, yeah, that's me. Dreams without plans are just wishes. Yeah, I agree. I've always sort of had a plan. You know, I can change the plan, right? And I don't know why it does this, because there's no way my phone's overheating yet. So anyway, hey, thank you for the 8 thumbs up, guys. Good to see you, all 18 of you. That's awesome. Mike is so positive about life. Listening to him keeps me from going into my bunker and setting the time clock back for 25 years. Live in the moment, live in the now, because I'll tell you right now, iTruck1, who I haven't seen in a while, thank you so much for coming by the live stream, buddy. Good to see your name there. Yeah, it's all, you want to know, here, let me get through all the comments, make sure I'm caught up, and then I'll tell you about an exercise that I did to make me even view the world even more positively. Anytime there rains on laundry day, yeah. From Cali, T just short for Thomas, just an name, got it. Okay, cool, Thomas, thanks, buddy. So quiet there, not sure I could stay there for long. Yeah, if I was on my own. Though it is beautiful. Yeah, no, I get that, Roy. I mean, trust me, there are literally thousands of times during the day that I go buy something, or I walk somewhere, or I drive by something, or I smell something, or I eat something, or I get a drink at a 7-Eleven, and I'm like, Gracie and I were here, great. So, you know, I guess I have her in my mind, right? I mean, obviously she's not here with me, but, you know, we chat constantly throughout the day. But I get it, you know, but as I've mentioned before, I'm an only child, and so I'm digging this only child beach, and I'm digging walking and talking with you guys. So don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. Oh, thanks, dude. Right on, Stock. You're pretty awesome, man. Thank you. Okay, so you know who I'm talking about, huh, Aaron? Yeah, go swing by that guy's channel. Please remember to put Richard Garner's details. I think that's yeah. Is $500,000 enough? It depends where you want to live, Paul, and it depends on how you want to live. There, yes, own your own company and life is much better, potentially. 500K with a 5% return is 25K a year. Can have a decent life in BKK. Most Americans won't make $1 million in their lifetime. Maybe. Richard Garnach, yep, found him, thanks, awesome, cool, yeah, check him out. Tell him that livemassoff.com, and or say, hey, Mike sent me over here. He's a really, really sharp guy. He's got maybe 300 subs. but he's, and the video part of his video is irrelevant. I mean, he basically just sits there and he takes his camera and he sets it up like in his backyard, and it stares at a tree the whole time. So the video part is totally irrelevant, and he doesn't reference anything like, oh, hey guys, check out that beat, you know. But his data and fact are outstanding. And, you know, like a lot of us, right? If we get like positive reinforcement, we continue to do it. And he is more than willing to engage in an email exchange. And I mean, honestly, he is literally the only person who I've ever trusted, other than my dad and my mom, and maybe one good friend who seemed like he was, well, my mentor, Bill, who was very sharp with money. And they weren't just like, you know, totally gambling, right? Like, I mean, they don't say, hey, put it all on black, Mike. Okay. But anyway, this guy gives actual advice. And what I would recommend to you is that you listen to his advice and you take it initially very small amounts and you test it, because his advice may not work for you. It's worked for me. And I will tell you right now, the biggest piece of advice that was a blinding flash of the obvious that I did not jump on as much as I should have is about let's say almost 2 months ago now. Amazon went down to like 1,700. And of course, a lot of people saw that and they're like, oh my God, the entire world economy is crashing. Amazon is going to go out of business. You know, come on, dude. So I knew that wasn't happening. But he's sitting there, he's like, Amazon is at 1,700 and they just announced they're going to hire 200,000 people. Yeah, good investment. Well, I didn't know him well enough yet. And so I was like, well, I believe he believes that, and I believe it too, but I was a little scared. And, you know, and the worst thing, of course, that you can do when investing is use emotion. Unless, of course, you know, it's the fear that keeps you out of, i.e., you know, taking it all and putting it on black, if you will, right? So there's something to be said for, you know, having limitations and boundaries. But anyway, I really liked his, I like his style. Well, a lot of people might refer to it as he's a no BS kind of guy. And, yep, totally agree. Oh, that's so awesome. You guys are like talking, hey, where are you from and all that. That's awesome, guys. Thank you very much. That's really cool. Let me make sure I don't miss this. At T, even better. Just let it draw down and start with less. Hi, Mike. 4 days before I will be in Asia. Oh, King Leeway, awesome. I will almost be close by to the time zone by 2 hours. Yeah, totally, right? So you're in like Los Angeles or something right now, right? That's really cool, man. You're heading to Incheon, but I'm not quite sure whether you're staying in South Korea for the remainder of your trip or whether you're going to be checking out Southeast Asia. I mean, as far as I know, you can get into Cambodia now, which that's nice. Daniel, aloha, Mike. The rat race sucks. I can't wait to retire and never work another day of the rest of my life. You know, I got to tell you, I mean, that's the statistic, right? What do they say? Like 85% of Americans now hate their job and are disengaged and effectively are you know, not making the company, if you will, or they're not making the rat race enough money. Not enough money. As much money as they possibly could. They're not engaged. And I'm telling you, it's a leadership thing, guys. I mean, if you have a lousy leader, then, you know, if you have a lousy boss, I mean, that's why I left my last job. Because my boss, who, you know, I saw eye to eye for a while, we got a new CIO, which, if you don't know, in IT, that stands for career is over, or Chief Irrelevant Officer. CIOs are irrelevant. CTOs are what an organization needs. They need to be able to say, okay, here's this business problem. I'm going to solve the crap out of it. Sorry, Mom. With technology. I'm not going to use information. Data is just part of it. You use technology to make people's lives better. Don't even get me started. And another thing, get off my lawn. Anyway. So the leadership changed, and I was like, all right, well, I've got a master's in executive leadership, as does my boss, because after I took it, he went out and got one. And I'm like, okay, dude, so you basically have the same toolbox that I was given, and you are you're a COVIDiot, you know? I'm like, the way you're out, it's just, oh my God, lack of integrity, dishonesty, you know, tongue in cheek. I was just like, I am done. And so I know what that feels like, okay? But I really hope that you have some degree of ability to change it somehow. I'm not saying quit your job and move to Thailand, but I do hope you figure out a solution, because feeling like that is horrible. I mean, dude, again, it's what we do with most of our lives in America, right? It's not just 8 hours a day. We're thinking about work, like, you know, when we leave, before we get there, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's at least a 10-hour-a-day commitment to our brain, and it's a bummer. Jesus, I have 3 trips planned to Bangkok this year. Hope I can make it. I hope you can too, man. Stay in touch. Let's hang out. I don't think Australia will even let me out of here at the moment. Yeah, I think that's pretty true. You guys are pretty conscientious as far as solution goes. So I can understand why they would have that limitation. Like, okay, let's just stay here for a little bit, dude, and let us figure this out. So give us another month. Now that guy's gonna walk out of the thing. So that means that if I do, I'm gonna make noise and potentially disrupt his fun time on the pier. So we're gonna go back this way, pardon me, and I am going to actually return the bike early and get my new bike, and then I'm gonna head all the way over there. Let's see, basically into that little sort of part of the beach thingy, and there's a coffee shop over there. This guy's got the right idea. Dog spelled backwards, guys. Dogs. Oh, I'm sorry. Come on. You know what's crazy? So I'm sitting at the beach yesterday, right? And when I was doing my live stream, and again, I really apologize for that. It totally took me off guard. If you guys have ever seen my live streams before, when I'm on my phone and my battery goes, you know, down to like 20%. I mean, it's painfully obvious, right? I mean, even you guys remind me of it, because I guess it makes noise on the stream. And it didn't do that for me yesterday. Basically, all of a sudden, I'm like talking about, oh yeah, well, I might be speaking at the and the silly screen goes black, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, did I just, like, you know, dim it? Like, what happened? No, Mike, your battery's dead. And then for some reason, I had my battery pack, I put that back there on it, and it got up to like 20%, so I turned it on. And then I went to the video, and all I saw was like the spinning sort of gray wheel that some of you had commented on was occurring. And I don't know how long that occurred towards the end. I don't know whether it just like ended, but in any case, I'm very sorry that it ended that way yesterday, because actually I was having a really nice conversation with you guys. And we were about to talk about something that's very interesting to me, which is technology in Asia, because my buddy Steven, he brought up the, so I can get the most of this. I'm trying to kind of jockey sorry, there we go, guys. Tech Sauce, which is an amazing conference here. So anyway, I'm gonna head over to that part because there's a cool little coffee shop over there. I think I'm gonna chill out over there. I may do another live stream from over there. I mean, if you guys don't know, I mean, if you're a YouTuber, like, selfishly, live streams are really better, or sorry, they're easier, okay? So if you don't want to spend a lot of time in the editing bay, as they say, you know, basically taking, you know, footage and, you know, producing it and that sort of thing, and then getting, you know, a crazy quality product like CB Media. Oh, Met says, I bought Shopee when the guru said buy Amazon. It has risen by 73%. Dude, let me tell you something. I'm all about Shopee and Lazada and Baba. Baba, B-A-B-A. Baba is my absolute favorite stock company leadership team in the whole world. And everything I see Alibaba doing is basically they're picking and choosing all of the things that have made Amazon successful, and they're doing that, and they're doing additional successful things. Alibaba was way into, like, long before Amazon bought Whole Foods, Alibaba was doing that for a couple of years. And, you know, Amazon has tried that store where you just basically go in and buy stuff, and then this, you know, it's RFID, you don't need to check out, it does everything, but Alibaba's got that down. And the Alibaba Cloud is another just exploding market. I remember when AWS, Amazon Web Services, they started. I remember going to the conference, and the guy's like, yeah, we're going to hit $1 billion this year. And everyone cheered, blah, 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 blah. What did they do last year? 27 billion? It's like 40% markup, dude. You're not doing that selling toasters on fulfillment by Amazon. So Anyway, I bet when Amazon was 200, no one thought it would be 2,400. Well, Alibaba's around 200, and I cannot guarantee it, but my belief is that Alibaba will be 2,400 sometime. Now, that said, it probably actually won't go up to that number. They had toyed with having the stock split, and I think they were going to actually do that last October, but for some reason they didn't. Anyway, big fan of the Baba, big fan of Shopee. Although I think what's probably going to happen, because that's what happened with Lazada, right? Is that Baba basically bought most of the interest in Lazada all throughout Southeast Asia. But I think Shopee's got a long way to go. I mean, I'm not saying that was a bad investment, and I'm not saying it is a bad investment. But I completely agree. Anything online. The thing that I love that Richard said the most about, you know, a company like Amazon, and he said, look, they may not be recession proof, because at the end of the day, if nobody has any money, nobody's buying anything, Amazon can't move, you know, product. He says, but they are a COVID free company. Sorry, COVID proof, I apologize. They're definitely a corona proof company. They may not be a recession proof company, but they've proven that they are. And there are many others out there too, many of which are probably in technology. I mean, you know, it's not like ExxonMobil's living the dream right now. But anyway, enough about stocks. How about this beach, guy? If you think you argue with your boss now, then go work for yourself. The arguments get worse when you're your own boss. I've been my own boss, and you know what's funny about people who say their own boss? I work for myself. I don't have a boss. Trust me, dude. If you're bringing revenue in, somebody is paying you, and that is your boss. Whether it's for 1 second on an e-commerce site when they hit the submit button, that is your customer, meaning that is who is basically demanding you outperform. And so anyway, but that's just the way I look at it, and you could argue it's just semantics. But when I love these guys that have these drop shipping channels, and they're like, I work for myself, I work whenever I want to. It's like, no, dude. You may work whenever you want to, but if you don't work, you don't eat. So trust me, you work. You absolutely work. And I'm not saying you can't architect an amazing life and have a great business online, you know, reselling Thai boat engines to the Vietnamese or something. I mean, I don't know, it doesn't matter, you know, but the point is that, trust me, at some point, you are accountable to somebody. Now, that person or that customer might be a hell of a lot nicer than your current boss. I'm not saying don't seek that out. But 14 thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much. Aztec, I work for myself, and I hate all my employees, but I'm bum. My inner monologue and myself. I won't touch investments till 60 plus. Meaning you won't change what your investments are in? That's interesting. I would not do that. I touch my investments quite a bit. T says if you can save $350,000 in investments by 40 and just get a 6% return at 60, you'll have 1.3 million. But just have to find a way to cover the living expenses 20 to 40. Love CB, best content. He's crazy, right? I mean, he's crazy, not crazy bad. He's crazy awesome. He's normal, he's talented, his diction is excellent, his shtick on the web is just stellar. He's got a brand. I mean, he's adding massive value, and that's why he went, you know, some people are like, oh my God, he went all the way up to 80,000. I've been doing this for like 5 years and I've only got 50. I'm like, dude, look at, here's why people are rewarded in the world. It's because you're adding value to the universe. It's like, you know, when people say, oh, I can't believe that guy makes $1 million. Well, trust me, the only reason he makes $1 million is because the universe has the money to pay him. And he's adding that much value. And I would submit that anyone that makes X amount of dollars is adding at least 3X of value somewhere. And if you're not, well, then you're basically just falling backwards into money and you're not really earning it. It was my goal when I was at USD, because basically the only way that a university sort of generates revenue is through tuition and or through the endowment. But it was, so I couldn't really, you know, generate revenue. But my goal was to make the amount of money that we saved 10x my salary. And I was able to do that very frequently. Actually, I started out, I said, well, it's just going to be 1-to-1. That'll be fine. And then I hit the 5X mark, and I'm like, okay, I can do that. So, but anyway, but it involved me, you know, evangelizing and flying all over the world. And again, I loved it. But it wasn't necessarily my job at USD, but what that sort of additional job I had, if you will, allowed me to do is bring that knowledge and bring that savings and effectively allow IT to have more money to spend on more important things. Plan on coming to Thailand in August. We'll be living in a village around Korat. I know exactly where that is, Ralph. I lived near a massive lake up there called Lam Che, and in Nakhon Ratchasima. I hope you like it. It's in the middle of nowhere, and there is 100 megabit 4G LTE in the middle of nowhere. Matt says, should we buy Alibaba given that it's Chinese? I feel very anti-CCP right now. You should do whatever you feel is right, okay? And that's pretty much all I'm going to say on that, because I don't want to get into a debate over, you know, Chinese companies versus, it's a global company. If you think about it, Apple has, first of all, they have designers all over the globe, but the #1 product that makes them the most money, that's made in China. So, I mean, is that a Chinese company? Because I'll tell you right now, if all of a sudden Foxconn goes out of business, then Apple's going to have a big problem. So I would submit it's more of a Chinese company than a lot of us will label it. That's that kind of. I mean, someone actually posted this on my website before, on the live chat before, which is. You know, people that say buy American. You know, I mean, it's assembled in America. I mean, does that mean you're going to buy a Toyota? I mean, I think it's assembled in like Virginia or North Carolina or something like that. But is it a foreign car company? It's global. Everything, as far as I'm concerned, is global, unless you're a very, you know, regional local company like this guy over here who's selling, you know, fish and that sort of thing. But the point is that these big global companies. All I'm saying is take a look at each company and definitely do your due diligence for yourself. Don't just like go to that Richard guy's channel and believe everything he says. Do your research. Aloha, mate. Good to see you. It appears that you're having some very nice weather, at least much better than here in Washington State. Well, I tell you, it's really awesome for me. Many people that I know would find this very uncomfortable because it is hot and humid. And what I think I did, I hope that what I did to upload the little thumbnail for this video was the screenshot I took this morning, where it said, yeah, it's 83 out, but it basically feels like 100 at 7 in the morning. So anyway, I love it, but it's not for everybody, that is for sure. But yeah, I agree. Hello, fellow Washingtonian. Chad from CB Media. Channel blown up, and he absolutely deserves it as far as I'm concerned. Way cool. Oh yeah, I've seen a few of this guy's vids. Good. Buy American, like saying buy Australian. Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, just be aware of it. I mean, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, okay? I'm not saying that we shouldn't prop up the U.S. economy, but I mean, you know, step back for a minute and try and get a real good global understanding of the way this whole world thing works, dude. Because I can tell you right now, if all of a sudden Walmart said, okay, we're going to produce everything that we sell in our stores in the United States, no way people are going to line up and go to Walmart at the rate they do now and be like, yeah, I definitely want to pay $27 for this t-shirt. Come on. I mean, it's $2.99 or it's nothing. People aren't willing, and I get it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, their government's different. Their culture's different. Yes, we think they lie. Well, we lie here too. So it's just what version of lying are you willing to appreciate? Let's see. Justin says, don't buy Chinese at all. We should never buy Chinese products. If you don't, Chinese will never change. Well, I don't know what device you're interfacing with me on, but I would submit that you've got a couple of Chinese products. I invite people to go through the exercise of just sitting in their living room and looking around or walking around their entire house, actually, and disposing of everything that is made in China there. And other than your furniture, there won't be a whole lot. And again, you got to remember that there's plenty of American companies that would not be alive today if they were still manufacturing things in the United States. I mean, the competition simply would have buried them. So I think that that's a reality. But I absolutely, hey Mike, it's good to see you. Right on, buddy. That blue strip road was for bikes. Yeah, it's basically where you'll like ride a motorbike, but it's also, they use it for parking, as you can see. And so yes, the Apple products are the classic example though. West is happy to pay $1,200 for an iPhone, but would never accept $1.50 an hour wages on their own soil. That's true, because we live in a different country and we have a different pricing scheme. And you got to remember where these factories are, where people make $1.50 an hour. You know, they're not living great, but I mean, it's better than what they were doing before they had that job in the factory. And you know, let's be clear, like everyone that I just walked by, with the exception of the tourists, most of these people, they only make $10 a day. All right, so, and you know, they're not beaten. This woman Lek over here in my hotel, she's a wonderful woman, and she even said to me yesterday when I went in, because I walked in and I was like, okay guys, traffic, easy, help me through this, walk me through it, support me. Whew. Okay, you can see why I have a motorbike, because otherwise I just get bowled over. So anyway, all right guys, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop this live stream. I may do another one later on, but I need to recharge stuff. I need to cool down my phone. I need to basically go get both of the helmets for this, and I need to return that. And actually, here's the thing though. I gave Lek my key, so potentially I need to get my key back. Can I have key? I need to get room, yeah. And then I give back to you.
Thank you.
C, right? Yeah. I know how to say 4 in Thai, guys. Aren't you proud of me? The pool is just outstanding. And, you know, I got to tell you, I was skeptical when I got in last night, because when I got here, there were like families and there were kids in the pool. And what happens when there are kids in the pool? There's noise in the pool. And I was like, oh boy. And I noticed that the pool was open till like, 10 or something. I thought, okay, well, we'll see what happens. And the good news is that by about 7:30, they were all inside and they were incredibly gracious and cool. So anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna stop the stream, guys. A short stream, not on my... Yeah, sorry about that, man. But I'll definitely come back, and then that way I know that this thing won't die on me. How's that? Anyway, so let me just flip this around. I will absolutely talk to you soon. You like my hat, dude? Totally protecting the back of my neck from the sun. It's outstanding. I love you guys. I hope you're living the dream. I will talk to you soon. Ciao.